ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages. Hey, we're not glowy. We're batting 1,000. Good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to this week's Hunting Lodge. My name is Jaxie Beard. Just some guy with a beard and guns living a dream. It's pretty much how she goes. We're out in Lane Lakes today. I gotta keep looking for my moose, man. It's so much has changed here in the recent years, really. I mean, God, it's hard to believe we're going on 7 years this year. That's pretty crazy. But one of the biggest changes to come to our game was the rework of home ranges. Home ranges are extremely important to a map's progression, to your herd's progression, as they pretty much just show you where everything is. So I'm out poking around, trying to get a feel for what Layton Lakes is like. Since this has all happened, I've really been focusing on the meese. I'm going to work on some whitetail. I want to take a look at some blacktail. So it's a good little backdrop while we have a chance to talk all things hunting, the digital hunting space, and have a little fun together. It's a good chance to get caught up and, kind of get to know each other a little bit better. But yeah, we're here on Layton. I've already shot a whitetail earlier. I couldn't help it. Moved and offended me. What's up, chat? Good to see you, everybody. What's going down, man? What's happening? Oh, I get so buried before I even get a chance to say hello. Can a possum come hunting? I love opossums in this game. I think it'd be pretty cool. I never used to be a small game kind of guy, and I can't say really that I am as of yet, but honestly, you guys have swayed me. All the talk about squirrels, and I see lots of squirrels all the time. I hate them. They're Mother Nature's alarm. They get me in trouble all the time when I'm out hunting. But, in game, I hadn't really considered it. And then now I got to admit, I think it'd be a pretty cool addition. Would definitely be pretty dang cool. Good morning to Tennessee. Hello, Kaluga. Welcome, my friend. Hello from old Vancouver land here, old Canada land. I am the remote working community manager, and 9 hours behind our team that's over mainly in Stockholm, but we're in Malmo, we're in Liverpool, we're all over the place. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna give this thing a little shot, and then we'll get moving. Look at the whitetail moving through. Caught a nice level 2 actually. I probably should have waited, but stuff and things. I am running I got the Malmer with me, the 243, the 22, and the 308. It's a great loadout, can't go wrong. Works just about every single map. Where have I put all the stuff and things? I've got it under 5. Let me just go ahead and put this bad boy onto the ground. He's completely unsuspecting on what's coming his way. That'll be a single lung to put him down. That single lung take forever to put him down. Oh, that's not a bad looking 3. That's probably a goal. All right, let's take a little poke around the lake here. Rubbing Renacci right now. No, unfortunately, Luke, he's long moved on doing his thing. He was a good guy, good friend of mine. Any tips for a fresh starting channel? I started my first series of Call on Lake. Yeah, just keep at it. And consistency is key, man. Put a lot of time into your audio, even more so than video, and have fun with it, my dude. New hint for map, Jaxie? Nothing as of yet, my friends. We would be ramping up full steam if that were the case. I know it's a little bit of a different landscape at the moment compared to, what we've done in years past. And we are doing something different. We are focused on more quality areas and what's in the works right now. When it does come out, when we are able to start talking about it, like straight up, it's going to blow your mind. It really will. Any tips for growing a great beard? Consistency is key. Work on your audio. Don't shave. Lots of oil. Seriously, it keeps the beard super, super healthy. And good oil, not the crap stuff you're going to pick up from the freaking grocery store. Order some good stuff. I use Lit. I'm not sponsored or any of that jazz. He's a war vet that makes a great product with great branding. Check him out. Hey, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Lacey, hello. Welcome. Echo's in the house. How you doing, bud? Working bugs like crazy then? What are we now? What is even happening in chat? Is this map going to take until summer? Will it be quicker than that? We've given ourselves enough time to create something of quality, my friend. I don't have a date. I don't know. You know, with this, it gives us time to do even more testing, which is mind-blowing if you guys could only see just how much testing gets done. But we're kind of in unfamiliar waters here. Yeah, we're wanting to do something different. We are. What am I doing? What am I doing? We're tracking animals. Tracking animals that we've shot. So we'll see how it goes. What up, Patowski? How you doing, brother? I can tell by experience it is still way early for clues on a map or grid. Yeah, absolutely. Hello to Sweden, Messy Girl. Welcome. Dit Mars, hello, my friend. How you doing, sir? Hopefully I'll clap the way the Hunter announcement this stream. Oh, did they make an announcement? I hadn't even heard. What are they doing? They got a new gun pack, a new map or something coming out. We wish them the best. I get asked this all the time, and people are always like shocked to hear our stance on it. We welcome more games in the hunting landscape. We need them. I was a little worried. Myself personally, I was a little worried that we might not have been seeing a lot more coming from them. But hopefully they get their numbers up and they can keep going because, man, we just need more in this landscape. We need more games. We need more hunting games. You know, straight up, I'm a hunter. I'm a gamer. The only thing I'm missing is lots of digital hunting games. But I get to live the dream daily with these bad boys. What am I even zoomed in at here? 180. Holy, that was almost a catastrophe waiting to happen. We'll give you... We didn't hit that very well. No, we did not. Didn't even get it through there. That is unfortunate. Man, this is the risk I run first thing in the morning. Not even a full coffee in. Gonna be great, whatever it is. Oh, just you wait. Shelbinator, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. What's my most wanted? Great one. Since got the moose in game. Moose 100% was my most wanted. 100%. I still personally really want mule deer because I hunt them so prominently IRL. I love mules. They're just my absolute... Well, moose is my favorite, but we don't get to take as many. You know, I can take 2 mules in a season, and I'm lucky if I see 1 moose that I can take. Well, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Okay, you, what are you doing? Weren't you, like, supposed to be tracking things? Let's go find the impact. Boom. There'll be missions on the new map. Yes, of course. But I really don't have much to talk about in far as new map and stuff. That's not why we're here today. What we're here to do is have a little bit of fun, talk to the community, and try to answer questions. Obviously not map related because there's nothing I can say about it at this particular point in time. All right, dog. Do work, man. Look, you're searching. There's lung butter. Find lung butter. Make beard better. Go. Welcome, Petty. How you doing? Welcome. Nice to have you here. Dwayne, I'm currently on my own personal stream hiatus. I'm hanging on by threads here. This Go XLR, I'm so scared it's gonna pull out. I literally have dental floss wrapped around the power cord. It's a common problem with them. The way they seat. Anyways. It's holding. I don't dare touch my desk. So, and just returning back full time to work, I've just had my plate full. So I do plan to get some own personal stuff going here. I miss it too much. I miss it way too much. Plus I'm rusty. I need to shake the rust off, man. What's your opinion on waterfowl? Ducks seem to be broken to you. How so? Give me some hits here, brother. What do you mean they're broken? When can we expect clues? When we are ready. When we are at a point where we're able to do so. Straight up. We want to be able to move into that phase as soon as we can. But, yeah, so just keep your ears peeled, eyes peeled, all that fun stuff. A lung butter sniffer? Right? What kind of attachments, Grizzly? I'm with you, though. That's something that's been a big ask for me. It really has. Well, hello, ma'am. I'm curious. So, you know, with the new home range work, I find it strange. I've seen some, like, I take a look and see what our creators are up to, what our community's up to, and I see they're saying the moose only does this, right? But I don't believe that is the case, not from stuff I can't see. So I will poke around some of those areas at a later date, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see how people interpret. Oh, you got the game on sale, played it nonstop. Joe, man, it's a trap, dude. I'm just gonna say it. It's what happened to me. And here I am 7 years later. You know, like legit, 7 years later. There's that one we hit. Like he's just like teasing me. He's like, I ain't going down without a fight. I started off as a player, and buddies convinced me to make content, and that's where I saw some success on YouTube, swapped to Twitch, and all of a sudden here I am, community manager at Expansive Worlds. It's a dream job for me because, you know, I started all this for community. Now I literally work within the community. Can we just take a moment? Just take a moment. I have achieved. I may as well just go lay down and call it a night. It's not getting any better. What do we got? A little silver out of them. Those single lugs, man, they hurt. They absolutely hurt. You know, like, ugh. These for lots of tracking, but that 7mm is just such a good weapon. I want to go and work this bottom end. I'm going to see what's happening down here. So I do have a tent over this way, and we'll work our way along, see what's going on. Yeah, that river up on top there. That's where some people are saying that's where the home range ends, but it goes a little further than that. Am I looking at chats a little bit more up? What did I miss? What did I miss? I'm sorry. Bear with me. These streams happen for me at 9 in the morning. I'm normally a coffee in. I am not my normal alert astute self. That's a pretty big proclamation in itself. But, you know, I try my best. Will the devs ever fix multiplayer, like getting kicked around with multiplayers and it used to feel like multiplayer? It's the same as it used to be. I'll be straight with you. Multiplayer in this game, what we've seen from the Angler, it's not ideal. The Angler is server based. This is peer to peer, so it's your internet connection based with the hosts and all those in the room because of the way the packets move back and forth, and yeah. So you know, it's not ideal, but like keep in mind this game. And maybe this is not the most well-known knowledge, but I remember it way back when it came out, it was single player. The community, the biggest ask, we want multiplayer. And they worked their magic and made a multiplayer. But for a game that wasn't originally designed with it, you know, I would say that were we to make this game these days, we would do it much like the Angler. The Angler, I mean, we've seen it with all of its success. As of late, it's wild, and to see the comparison in multiplayer, that live service model I think has a lot to offer. Holy man, I'm not here for to get bombed. hey, holy! Gee, what are these geese? The way they're coming at me. All right, let's have a little fun with this guy over here. It's gonna be another single lug to get her done. Oh, you're good. You're moving. Do I want to run all the way around there? That's what I have to ask myself. Let's actually just stroll along here and see what happens before we commit ourselves to a big old run. What up, CJO? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, my man. New England 2.0. You want another New England, Alex? A legendary red here albino freak trolled 2 nights ago. It was the rock that normally makes it. Trolls are mean. You know, trolls just tell you you're doing it right. Clocked in 200 hours in the Angler and bought it January 4th. People are going nuts on that. Man, it's absolutely wild. We had a little blip this morning. We had a little blip with the just deployment on the server and stuff. Should be fixed now. North Lego, I read that. Huge thank you to EW for all you do. You guys are incredible in how you handle things. Thank you, Chevy Nation. We try, man. We really, really try. It's one of the reasons I came to work with these guys. I love their motto. I love how they, and you can't please everybody, and you're always going to have those folks that talk down about it, no matter how hard you try. But we do try. So thank you for that, my friend. It's nice to see someone hunting. Yeah, get out there, get hunting. So some of this shows how many hours you have played. Yes. If you're on Steam, it's right on your Steam page. Xbox logs it as well. I don't know if PlayStation does. I think they do. You guys usually release maps in June, December. What happened last month? Welcome, McCarty. Welcome, my friend. I guess, yeah, you know, it's good to keep her on the streams and keep up to date and everything. I really want to shoot this. Like, this is potentially a goal, but I want to see what's up here first. I don't want to run all the way over there. So we did something different. So we released the dog. The dog was the Labrador, or the Retriever was the most requested addition to the game. Now, it took a lot of work. Those dogs are, I always worry I get in trouble for saying too much about this stuff, but they were equally as much work as a reserve. More so in some areas when you had to, if you've watched the creation video that's out there on our channel about when we were making the Bloodhound, you'll get a bit of a feel with the motion capture. Tickle in the throat isn't good. There was that. There was just everything to do with it. So we opted to, because of everyone in the team, it's different disciplines. Not everyone can work on everything. So we were able to finagle and move things around, and we've got started on, we've got extra time. We've allowed ourselves more time to bring a better quality to a new reserve that is currently, it's fully being worked on. I can't even talk about this right now. I've got nothing I can say, and I don't want to seem like I'm teasing, because that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create we want it to be a banger. To be completely honest, like, look at Emerald Coast. Emerald Coast, it had extra production time on it. It had extra effort and stuff that went in, and the results were clear. And we heard the community. We heard folks and what they thought about it. I so want to shoot this. Leave it alone, Beard. It's too far. We don't want to walk that far. It's lazy morning. I'll spill my coffee, okay? We'll let this female take off. I don't see any other males here. I'm more scouting right now. So yeah, that's more or less in a nutshell what we were doing, right? You know, we've taken a different approach, and we're treading in unmapped waters right now. You know, it's exciting, and it's very exciting for the team. It's very exciting because I'm a bit of a junkie, as much of you know, when it comes to this digital hunting space and IRL hunting, and seeing what they're doing. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, we'll be able to share stuff with you. Re-downloaded the game 2.5 weeks ago. Fell in love. I've close to 100 hours in it in 2.5 weeks. Doing work, brother. Nicely done. Hey, Hangster, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, my man. Great one, Grey Wolf. Isn't that a lodge? Isn't that like, that's like somewhere I want to go stay with my kids? I'd be happy with the major optimization across the board this year. Bloodhounds actually work really well considering what they do, so I don't mind them teleporting around sometimes. A lot of buggy multiplayer on just my sessions. It's a peer-to-peer thing. It's the way the reporting works. And that it's yeah. There's a few things with teleporting, like the animals teleporting around the water right now. We're aware of that, and we're working on that. It's a issue that seems to rear its ugly head every now and then. And yeah, the dog teleporting is a little different. They'll do that if they get too far away. In single player, you really shouldn't see much unless they get too far away. That sort of thing. Yeah, me too, Tactical Mama. PlayStation, go to... Oh, there you go. Nice. Please give us beavers. We need revenge on those meat beavers. I know. I think we villainized the beavers by having them as our excuse as to why tents and hunting structures are dropped. The poor beavers. Oh, man. Haven't had the pleasure of messing with your lab yet. Oh, wow. You just got the DLC around a week ago. Bloodhound, you play a lot. Decent. Yeah, the Bloodhound, you can take with you on just about all your hunting. It's a little more niche with the Labrador, with the Retrievers. But it's so cool what they can do, the way they play in the water. I don't want to ruin nothing for you. There's some pretty cool stuff to them. And of course, it just really changed the whole waterfowl experience. Since they got their rework with Rev and Thule, and they respond differently now. They're more, I don't want to say realistic, because that's not exactly, of course we want things to feel, close to what you would expect IRL, but still keeping that game approach. It's important to remember that it is a game, and we don't want, imagine if we made it uber realistic, We've seen others attempt that, and it hasn't done them so well. It's keeping that game approach. I think that's one of the reasons that the Hunter Call of the Wild took off like it did. You know, it kind of it caters to the hardcore, right? Lots of different ways to play. It caters to the casual. It's nice to have all these different hunting styles currently in the game, different ways to play. You know, I still get people messaging me. They don't even hunt. They go out and they walk around the reserves. That's amazing. It's amazing. I get messages like that, man. Chris, what's up? Chris KSC, how are you, my friend? One of our partners right there. Good to see you, my dude. Give you beagles already. You, man, all that motion capture, don't... I'm sorry. I saw what the team went through. That, you know, they were trying so hard to, with those dogs, they wanted them to be... Because they're popular, man. Popular. Trophy lodge rework. Oh wow. Oh, don't mess with our lodges. I'm just gonna say that right now. You gotta tread so carefully in a game that is largely built on trophies. That he sees a great map and achievement. Kudos, MD. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Is there a list of upcoming bug fixes? No, that's not. That's not something that, as the bugs are tracked, we have a known issues list, and you could tentatively use that as such. Our QA team obviously tackles. You know, it's a priority thing, right? Game breaking takes precedence. If there's something game breaking on any of the platform, it is all hands on deck on that. If there's crashes, if there's stuff like that, you know, and then it works down the line. And of course, the goal of every developer is to have a bug-free experience. It's just not possible. You know, we'll admit that. you know, we're a little open about that. That's the landscape. We don't accept it though, and we have a very extensive QA team that is always smacking these things. It's hard. I see. Ooh, that's a nice track. It's hard. But yeah, we try to be open about that. We don't have any meese around here. No moose. No moose. I should poke in and around this little island, because I haven't given it the love and attention it most likely deserves. Let's see, we have some zones over this way. I haven't poked through down there since this playthrough. Trophy Lodge in this game is good, and you would be nice, though. Also, Trophy Lodge and Angler Terrific, so you can show up. Yeah, we're a big fan of them. We're a big fan of them. And I'll be straight with you. Trophy Lodges, I've had this conversation many times with our designers. They're a difficult play with the way they interact with the game. And there's, you know, they understand the importance of what these trophies mean to our community. There are folks out there that have spent months, in some cases years, to get one specific rack for a specific animal with a specific rare fur, with a specific metal. And, you know, very cautious on stuff like that, because we've seen things unintentionally happen in the past, and what an uproar, right? So I would say that that's something, you know, lodges will have a focus in the future. There's a lot of things that the team wanted in place, as you've seen. The rework on the home ranges needed to be done. Look at them, they're all resting up. See, they're all resting. Really fun, man. If you start working need zones other than just the drink, takes you back to the hunt. Anybody have a Diamond Plains bison off a Silver Ridge yet? I mean, it's 200 hardly in. I've seen many shot, yes, but that's not to say that they're in an abundance. It's just, yeah, it can take time, my friend. Keep after it. With a new great one released before the new map. So we haven't claimed that there is a new great one coming, have we? If there were, as we've done in the past, they always come with the maps, right? Typically, it's part of the production process and having to get things certified and all the checks we need to make. So it all kind of goes hand in hand. But having said that, we are in new territory, so I don't know. There's a lot that's yet to be charted, right? Is SRP crashing a console something that they are aware of? I've seen crashes related to PlayStation 4. It's a tough one to solve. Again, I hope I don't say too much. Some team could be sitting there going, Chucksy, we're working on that, but I see it's hardware related with PS4. Beyond that, oftentimes when there's crashing, especially with consoles, it's a lack of hard drive space, is what I've seen in a lot of cases. Fix the invisible glitch with the tree stand. I'm sick of my brother doing it. Cheating. Oh, I thought that was actually fixed. Yeah, it's good to report that stuff with any details and submit a ticket. I'd pay for super realistic animal population number. What do you mean? Like to know what your population is? Wouldn't that kind of take the magic out of it? Is that what you mean, Muso? How's the hunt going? Or missed anything? What up, Banana Toasty? How you doing, my friend? I'll admit it. Not so much in my own streams, but in these EW streams, I don't pay as close attention to my hunt. I pay all of my attention to the community. I get 2 times a week when I can speak to a mass of our community, as opposed to one-on-ones and DMs, in various chats, even in comment sections throughout the rest of the week. So I like to take full advantage of it. It's all about community here. And this is like the best chance for us to connect, and for you guys to be able to ask things and for us to be able to talk about things. The takeaway is, it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You ever thought of a rose about elk? Elk is probably the most requested great one. It was even more so than moose at the time. I'd love to see what it would do now. I had to see what it was. I heard him running. It's a 3. Have a whole lot kicking around here, that's for sure. We got stuff and things. We'll try and get a decent angle. The wind's in my favor. We'll head up here and cross over. See anything lurking in the woods? No. Let's just take our time and stroll. I'm a grunt as well, but we're needing a new one, lol. The only 2 animals that I have not been able to get is the typical whitetail, the oak cluster rack. I've been wanting those 2 animals since whitetail came out. Moose came out. Hard to find them. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. Yeah. No more plans on adding more info for animals you tax, i.e. map, trophy, rating, yardage. That's interesting, Kent. We don't get a lot of requests for that. I got to admit, I don't see that often. I'd love to see that. In Discord, we have a feedback and suggestions form. And in there, we encourage you to add your wants, your Call of the Wild dreams and desires. Our team regularly tracks it. In fact, when I say regularly tracks it, it's an understatement. We have entire spreadsheets that the team upkeeps, and so upvoting existing really helps. Adding your weight, your thoughts in the comments of existing ones, and then of course, if it's not there, start a new form, start a new one. But I always encourage people to go through and take a look, because oftentimes I see the votes getting split. Like there was how many forum posts about Africa 2.0, for instance. No, I can't say I have ZBG. It's your name is hard to say on YouTube. I I don't know why. With y'all added new rock variations, seems like all the gold or diamond whitetail are all just 14 points. It does seem to be they're all quite large, and they all seem to range in roughly. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you, but there hasn't been any changes to the whitetail racks. That was by design and as it is. There's so many variations when you work in true racks. I guess what you're asking is, will we do more in the future? And if that is the question, it's possible. It is quite possible. I think, though, that it's one of those scenarios where if it's not broke, don't fix it. If we take time to do that and to work on, say, those whitetail racks, we're taking time on creating maybe a new species to come to a game, right? Or reworking, remastering some animals that haven't had that done yet, whereas the whitetail have. but I'm with you. I'm with you. I am. I'm a hunter first at the end of the day, and I'm a gamer. So I want that variety as well. Can I talk about the plans the team has beside adding maps? For example, making a new level system, adding more levels in general. So, I would love a roadmap to be able to share. It would make my, I don't even like to say job, because honestly, if you love what you do you work a day in your life, right? But at the end of the day, you know, it, we, it's how it goes in the gaming industries. We don't really share until we're ready to share. As there's lots watching, right? There's lots of people watching, and so if we're working on something juicy, we don't exactly want it out there for others, so to speak. I'll tell you, a big focus for our team is, as you've seen probably over the last, honestly, couple of years, is a lot of quality of life improvements. They're always working on optimizing. That's just never ending. But there was a lot of it's like it knows when I'm live. But the quality of life had a really big focus. But then it's been a lot of filling in features that the team has thought needed to be there. One of those features, which is a really big undertaking, and was the free lodge. And that's a good example of where the team is like, okay, they saw there was a paywall of sorts. They didn't want folks to feel they had to go and spend the money, because you've seen, we try to keep this game as accessible as possible. If you don't own a map, you can go try that map by joining a friend. If the friend owns the map, you could go and join a multiplayer game, so you can check those maps out, right? They wanted the same thing to happen with, with the lodges and such, and I thought that was a really good play. Put a lot of time into it. These are some really small moose over here, man. Holy! I don't think there's anything that I'm worried about spooking here. So that's had a really big focus, it really, really has. Again, though, mixed in with all that, it's keeping an eye on what the community asks for, and are these asks things that we can do, that we can put the manpower, the bandwidth, as they like to say, into, while still progressing. There was expectations from us due to our initial rush when the game hit. The game landed, it was get console out, console came out, now it's okay, we need content, we need things for people to play, and along came Medved Taiga, and that was the start of it. Then we got the Goose, the Mallard DLCs, all the weapon packs started to flesh out, and all the maps started to come in. And that was our focus for some time. And you saw it, 2 maps a year was actually pretty crazy. And it got to a point. It was, I'll say it was pretty hard on the team trying to keep up that schedule. That is a ridiculous schedule. But they haven't lessened it up. They're still keeping up that schedule. They're just committed. That's this team of devs we work with, but they're changing it now, as you've seen. They want this to be a banger coming out, and they want everything to be quality. And I don't know where it's going to take us. I've seen roadmaps. I see roadmaps change. So yeah, there's not a lot I can really share there. It's a tough question to answer, but I hope that I said something of value for you, my friend. Jeeple people racing on their hard maps as well. Jeeple people. Oh man, these guys, they just don't care. They're just like, here we go. You do what you want over there, Jaxie. I'm just going to walk up to them, give them a little slap on the rump. We're almost at the end of the drink time. I want to see what's happening a little further in. I want to get down and around here, see what's going on. Maybe we can see what's out on the peninsula a little here. See what's happening, Captain. That was a lot of fun, Master Honka. I hope to have her out again, too. Yeah. But we got to have these, too, where we can, actually communicate and answer questions. Right, it's important. I think it's really important that because look, man, it's hard. There's a lot of people that don't get to see these streams either, But we don't ever want to be, a radio silence style approach company. We, I'm sure you've seen that. We try to be as vocal as we can and out there as we can. We're involved in all of our communities, Thank you, that's the boy. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Please add non-typical gray one whitetails at times. It would be so nice, and we're looking safe. Banana, I'm just gonna just say right now, if I could ask for one thing personally in this game, it would be non-typicals. I can. When am I ever stuck for words? it just stuck. It stuck me. It stuck me. That is my. I dream about it. Okay, I dream about it. So yeah, you're preaching to the choir here, buddy. All I can say is blow that up in Discord. Blow it up in the feedback and suggestions. You know, one suggestion to rule them all. For real. On the survey, you all mentioned more brands to add to the game. Can you add thoughts to that? And might I recommend Safari Club International, Jim Shockey Media? Lots of great brands. You know, it's always something that the team's explored. There's been challenges. There has been challenges to it, and it's something that may or may not happen. That's really the only detail I give you on that. But what I can tell you is that we do want that authenticity. We do want brands in our games. We think that it would just be great it wouldn't benefit everyone. Let's face it, that we have a very large portion of our player base that aren't IRL hunters and don't know what these brands are. However, we like that tie-in. We like that. Yeah, it's something that we do absolutely want. I'm glad you picked up on that. There was a lot of chatter after all that, and you know, people really run away with things because we ask a question, which is, I don't want. It's not entertaining because I don't like to see false expectations. If that was more fleshed out, we'd have a chance here, but that is just not, unfortunately, anything Diamond related. Nothing running. They're a good little bit out. They're alert, but they didn't hear us. Oh, is this our boy? He's making it easier. Thanks for running towards me. That's all right, Mr. Schrader. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Upgraded my Xbox console Series X. I can't believe how much better the game runs. Congratulations, Brett. Congratulations. You know, we try to keep this game accessible. Man, I can't begin to tell you what I have learned. I mean, we all know the game is very hardware dependent, and the old systems, we want our friends in the community and new friends to come to be able to play. We absolutely try our best, but there is a massive change when you upgrade on hardware, isn't there? There really, really is. It's like going on a PC, going from a 1050, you know, or something of that caliber, moving up to even a 20 series or a 30 series or a 40 series. You really do feel it. And that's just the way games are going these days. A lot of companies have moved to we don't have the time and money to troubleshoot old platforms, and they're dropping them, and we don't want to do that. I would say eventually that would have 218's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I would say eventually that all games have to do that. We saw it happen when went from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360, from the PS2 to the PS3, you know, and even I remember my first PC was my first one was an Amigo. That makes me old. Actually, my first one was a Commodore 64 when I was like itty bitty. All right, just see where they're at now. So yeah, it's part of the progression. So as you advance, as you level up, big congrats, man. That's awesome. I kind of want to buy the next gen consoles because I always keep up with them, but I have a PS4. It's just collecting dust here. PS4 Pro, and I kind of want the PS5. I'm not even joking. Went from a 10 to a what? There's no such thing as a 1020 flat. You mean a 1050 or a 1060? There's a 1030. Ashley, I can't help. I bet like I got a 3080 Ti, and you know I'm looking at like the new 40 series. They cost a lot of money. It's hard to go from one and get into, you know what I'm saying? Or convince the wife that I need this. How does he know what his old PC is? What? What do you mean? How do I know? Oh, absolutely. K-Flow was wild, man. Oh, I'm a bit of a tech head. I build my own PCs. I'm very much in the know when it comes to hardware. Software, on the other hand, don't get me started. All right. You guys haven't heard me yet. We're looking all right. They're calm, cool, collected. Are we shooting cow butt? Or can we get enough of an angle? Oh man. Well, when you upgrade one thing, you end up upgrading someone else to keep up the performance of the trap. It is big rig. You know, I didn't realize. Oh, this is why I wanted to walk out here. Nothing great here. When I moved to my 3080 Ti, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. What do you mean I need a new PSU? I had more than enough power. I didn't have matching cables. If you know, you know. That was not fun. All right, we'll try and sneak it past. That's a lot of meat to go through, man. Like, I would not shoot through the shoulder of a moose IRL. Partly because what I would do to the meat, this goes against all my sensibilities. So we use the Malmer. It's got a little more oomph than the 308. And we'll see about landing it. We'll just nuzzle it in right in there. I got him. That'll give us the single lung. Ah, see, that's what they're doing around the water right now. And, it could be a little frustrating. If they'd had fishing directly, this is going to be perfect for me. It's been talked about. Let me tell you, to hear how much our devs would like to do. The decision originally, when the angler came about, was looking at maybe it's something they could have done here in the Hunter, but it was just too detailed and too big. It would have doubled the size of the game with the way the engine was. It just wasn't feasible. Could it still be added? I mean, it would be pretty neat, wouldn't it? Right? Sitting in a blind, toss a line in the water, drop it in a rod holder. Then what do? Pick up your gun and you got a fish on. I fear that if that ever happened, that you couldn't outshine your sister game, So would it be worthwhile? Right? Because have you played the Angler? There's a reason it's probably the most popular, numbers wise, that there is right now. But, would you? I don't know. I wouldn't want to hurt the Angler. Because let's face it, the Hunter's got quite a solid community behind it. I'm sure we'd all love to see it. Yeah, I would be worried for the, what it could, lead to down the line, right? I knew you guys would be walking in behind me, but I was hoping something nice would have walked in with you. Okay, we're gonna move down the line here. We'll go pick up this other guy. He is deaderized, and we'll see about getting down here. We're about to end their drink time. They're gonna start taking off. Sometimes they hang around a little bit, but Dirk, what's happening? Welcome. Right on. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Naomi, you're from South Africa. You've seen hunters use their hands to call buffalo. To call them. Yeah, I know. I do see that. Are we talking about collars for them? Is a GTX 920M 8 gram high five. So a GTX 920. I know there's the 940, 960. Was there a 920? That would be rough, my friend. That would be a very. You'd have to turn everything right down. Honestly, I think I know what their minimum rec is, but I think the suggested is like a 1050 or 1060. Even that can struggle. Nothing wrong with the i5, depending on which i5, but it all kind of works together. I think adding fishing would just be too much for the game. The Angler isn't expensive. I agree, and I think that it would just be, something just kind of to do on the side and not get a lot of love. Got a Commodore 64 as well. My first gaming system was an Intellivision. It was my dad's. And I remember my buddies, all of a sudden, someone had an Atari, someone had a Coleco. And then my buddy's dad got an Intel 33 onboard graphics. It was wild. And Flight Sim. And that was awesome. He had the yoke back then. Back then, man, the best games were like King's Quest and Blaze Quest. Oregon Trail. Oh my goodness. Do you think cross-platform will ever happen? Not in the Hunter Call of the Wild. No. That is something our devs have without creating any false hopes. You'd have to completely rebuild the game. And at that stage, why not make a new game? And we have too much life left in the game to be considering dropping this, if you know what I'm saying. Where's our lung butter? So unfortunately, it's just not something that's feasible that could be done. You'd have to completely rebuild the game. But you can see from our learnings with the Angler that we are very much for crossplay, as we did with the Angler. I would say, anything, if we make another game 10 years from now, it will definitely have crossplay. It better have crossplay. They're going to have an angry beard showing up in Stockholm. Where'd it go? Where did my dog go? Why are you standing over here? He's like, look, Dad, you got to come here and see this. I found something in the water. You walked right by this lung butter. Well, so I did. Let's go and find out where that's going. What's new coming? All kinds of stuff, bad boy. This is a hunting game, not fishing. If I wanted fish, I'd play the Angler. And therein lies the other. We start to put our time into making this or that. It takes away from this or that. And people come to this game that want hunting, and maybe they're not fishermen. Although, I find that hard to believe. If you hunt, how can you not fish? And if you fish, how can you not hunt? What is wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. Completely kidding. I have a couple buddies that don't fish because they don't care for fish. But they'll still come out with us from time to time. Help hold up the lawn chairs and make sure the coolers stay cold. All right. I appreciate you. Just a good puppy. Good to see you heal. Okay. Now how about have a sit? Nope. Hey, sit down. He's like, you don't feed me. Because I don't have anything to feed you. Give him a little praise. And we'll give him a little pat. Oh, I do have treats on me? I saw the treat icon. Let's give him a treat. Let's make him a happy boy. Very important is I can't believe I see comments like, my dog's broke. He's not working. He hardly ever tracks. Look, you see this down here? Over there, I'm pointing at it where it says bond. Okay, if there's no bond, your dog will not act like you expect it to. It will not be good at its job. You must keep that bond up if you want it to track properly. Especially, if you have like traits where it'll skip some of the tracks and follow straight. If he's not happy, that ain't gonna happen. So just a little pro tip, because when I see people complain, oh, my dog's broken. No. Stop being so cheap and feed your dog. I'm guilty. I neglected my dog. I felt really bad because I'm a doggo kind of guy. I've got 2 dogs, IRL. And I realized that he wasn't loving me. I felt bad. Anyhow, there we go. I think we're past our time. We are. Let's just do a quick run. We'll see if there's any tracks showing if there was anything. Maybe we'll pick up a zone and then we'll jump areas. I can't believe that's almost an hour already. Holy. Please, what up, Felks? Good to see it. Please be around long enough to upgrade Call of the Wild to newer engines. I just honestly, at that stage of the game, I would hope that the team would decide to just make the next hunting game, right? I mean, look at Classic. Classic's like 14, 15, going on 16, 15. Math in the morning is bad, okay? It's wild. And, there was a time when it was almost ended and it came back. And now we have this incredible team that's, been doing updates and bringing new events. And so I would think, too, if something happened, the Call of the Wild would keep going. But to put it onto a new engine, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I can't really comment on that. My gut tells me that would just be a massive undertaking, you know, because of how the game is built. But yeah, it would be interesting to see. Well, the next Grey Room release when the new map comes out, it's possible. Don't be surprised when you find a poop in your tent. Oh, okay. I spent a lot of money on dog treats, as you should. Do the dogs scare animals in Call of the Wild? We have divulged this. Yes, indeed they do, but not all animals. Only to a certain size. It's mostly small game. The verdict is out there. The community seems to agree and disagree on where it stops. But they do have a threat box. It's like a dumbed down version of us as a player, right? They don't spook the same, but they do spook. They do have a threat box. Can I do a Viking impression? Oh man, no. On my own streams, I'm open for that, but I'm in an official capacity right now. And yes, I apologize. I know my own streams of getting back to full time, sorting everything, and some IRL stuff. But we will, I promise. Speaking of classic, I killed a leaderboard sub earlier this week. Nice, Mr. Schrader. Must feed dog every 5 minutes. If you spam gentle call bond will. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Connor and bow range on TOR, I believe. Why is... Oh, a Mantiac? Man, I didn't even know what that was at first. They're kind of cool. Kind of small. You should have seen the original list. Right? The original list was like crazy animals. And then the thoughts were we should probably bring this back around and have it somewhat relevant. I think that one was accidentally left in there. I don't really know, but the team really liked the response to it. They really did. The conversations that started. Everyone thinks everything's a clue. But you know, either way, those surveys are absolutely fantastic. We'd like to do more. We love to get your guys' feedback and direct input on these things. You guys crushed it. I do believe that was the most participated in survey. Why was that hard to say? Seriously, you guys crushed that survey. I think a lot of it had to do with people. Did you see what was in the survey? Did you see? So we may need to do that a bit more. What up, Kai? How you doing? What's going down? Pickles the pupper. Whose is that? Caitlin, is that yours? Pickles is your hound and Peppers is your lab. Good to see you, Caitlin. I hope you're well. No. Hey, listen, Hunter Words, don't worry. The only time you're going to get any heat for asking is if you spam something. Don't feel bad about asking questions for things that you want. I want you to ask. I'm a big supporter of trail cams. I think the question is with the team, because I know they've looked at it, is how could you do this and make it viable, make it a good feature and not just wasted fluff, right? Trail cams could have a usefulness in the game if done right. So I know there's been conversation about it. Could we see it? We could absolutely see it. There is a possibility of it. Will we? The decision hasn't been made on that. I at this point in time, I can tell you that that's not something that's in next update that I know of. Sometimes they like to, do stuff and things. Surprise me. I swear they like to see my reaction. When I was in Sweden, actually, I did my Liverpool Sweden trip in November. It was something else. And they put me in front of what they were working on. And they knew they were doing well by my reaction. I mean, I lost it. I straight up lost it. It was something else. We're almost out of time. I'm going to bounce. Can I ask something? Because this seems to be happening to me, and I haven't seen any reports on it. Let me ask, please, my friends, if you're noticing this. Every time that I have logged into the game as of late, and I go to change my time, it is set to 2,500, the max spending, which you normally get after multiple time changes. Then it drops back down. It was only at 625 there, so it's not fully all the way down yet. Is this happening to anybody else? Is this something that has, because normally you guys report this stuff, man, but I haven't seen a report on it. Really found the survey interesting this time. Some really good questions in there. We have, I guess I can't really say who was primarily responsible, but it came directly from somebody. Somebody else did it this time and had a different approach to it. I love what they did. I love all of our surveys have been great, but seeing the direct, like the questions, hello, you just coming to say hi, you friendly fella, look at you, he's coming to share. He says you look like a guy with an empty freezer. Wait, that'd be a compliment. Wait, I mean, I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm glad you noticed. Thanks a lot. Just because it'd be fun and maybe it's a thing to just do in this game. Let's have a shot, shall we? I zeroed that up to 300 and stopped short. No, that's unfortunate. Oh, there was a time when I played this game every single day for all hours and never missed a damn shot. Now I work within the game and working with the community and everything all inclusive, and I'm lucky to make a shot. Okay, I know it's not that bad, but we're our own worst critics. We nailed the one that counted. That's all. Oh yeah, absolutely. A bullet cam? I don't think so. No. It's not something our team had a focus on. I know they've toyed with that in the past, but I don't. I mean, hey, anything is possible. Okay, being community focused, community driven. I shouldn't say no outright, and I don't mean to sound dismissive. I just don't think that it had a very good view on what it was and what it would bring to the game and where the focus would be. The focus is supposed to be on the hunt and ethical hunting at that. I could see a place for it. It'd be cool to be able to see, right? I mean, we all like to see what our shots did, where we messed up, where we went right. It would be a cool addition. I think of Sniper Elite when I think of bullet cam, That bearded special audio. British Columbia would be awesome. I'm just saying. It would be awesome. It was. I'm a Stranger. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I'd love to see a new lodge as well. I think that especially after bringing in the free one on Leighton Lakes, would be something. Would be a good addition. I would make that very, 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 very well known. The biggest asks should be in Discord and receive the most support. It's I'm not even paying attention. Here, do work, dog. I don't know. I'm watching. Where are you watching? It's back here. I don't want to run all the way over there. He's searching for blood. In all the wrong places, searching for blood. And there you go, folks. That's part of it too, right? It has to be something like that. It would be a really big change. It could be cool. Some would like it, some wouldn't. Connor, we did, yes, absolutely. I think the first backfill that we did, the first real big backfill, was a huge success. A lot of people expressed that they wanted it when it happened. They loved it, and I think it's something that definitely the team wants to make happen. It's about making the right choices, but it's also about balance. I've had this conversation with numerous people, community members, team members. My concern with, for instance, I've heard people say they want wolves on Leighton. There are absolutely wolves in the Pacific Northwest. In fact, they're a big issue right now. They're ruining my moose population. I don't want to talk about it. But adding a wolf to a map greatly changes the flow of a map. Look, it's butter, not lung butter. It might be. So, there's these being the main reasons why we need to query our community. We need to ask straight up, what do you guys want to see? What backfilled animals do you want? And you guys need to really think about it, because the team obviously wants to please. I think that, wolves added to Medved. Stuff like that really changes the flow of the map, right? Really, really does. But there's other considerations too. When we add more animals, we're pretty much staying within our working confines. So if we add a bunch of animals to a map, we're reducing some of the existing species. Personally, I would rather see that time spent just on a new species lineup for new maps. but it's not what I want. It's what the community asks for. I like the balance on a lot of the maps, and I like what a lot of it at. I mean, I suppose some things could be a change for the good. But like someone once said, they wanted cougars here on Leighton Lakes. No, thank you. Not for me. But if the community asks for it, I'd fully support it. J-Side Simon, hello and welcome. Nice to have you here, my friend. Says hello, new here. Counting down the days till Emerald Coast came out as I'm Australian. Still loving it. Still hunting that diamond keg. Keep making this game such a fun and enjoyable adventure. I cannot begin to tell you how much I love to hear that. When we have somebody who comes in that genuinely hunts or lives in the areas that we are trying to create these reserves in, and to get such a roaring review like that, I will pass that along to the team. They really do try to capture the essence of the nature of the area. And Emerald Coast is by far, I think, the community favorite now. And I think it's a really good showing for Australia. I just, it's always nice to hear if it's accurate or not. I see you, ma'am. She's setting me up. She just wants to hit me. I want to go take a look around the corner. I can't believe it's 10 o'clock, man. Streams are too short. They really are, man. Really, really are. Feel old today. You're turning 27. Well, listen. Happy birthday, young one. You just made me feel really old. I'm just going to say that right now. I like to say I'm 21 plus shipping and handling. That gets it across. I like a female character that's more feminine looking. I mean, no need to insult our in-game female characters. Holy, I think they're quite stunning in their hunting fatigues and rigid jawlines. You know what? Actually, I think that's something that good to touch on. You hear it around the community, but it's not like an overwhelming ask, and it could be, but to what end? It's the character customization. The last we saw really was Remy Warren coming to us. I'd love to see what the team thinks on that one. It's not something that I talk about a whole lot either. You just prompted me. I'm curious. I'm curious. What do you think, chat? I really need to turn the stream off, but I really don't want to. What are your thoughts on on adding extinct animals? That will not happen. That goes against the whole, if something's extinct, it is definitely, there is no ethical way to hunt it. Granted, this is a game, but they've become controversial because they went extinct. So without consulting the team on that one, I would say safe to say that it unfortunately would not be possible. Unless there was some way to story tell it, like a time base. I still don't even think they would want to attempt that. The team has come quite a long way on the stats. Like in the beginning, when the game was first made, if you had have asked, will we ever see elephants? The answer back then was a solid no. But you ask it nowadays, and it's, if it was done right. You know what I mean? So I suppose I shouldn't give it a hard no, but my gut tells me from how we handle things that an extinct animal would not make it in the game. Hope I didn't bust your bubble, my friend. Because let's face it, freaking saber-toothed tigers walking through the freaking woods, man, would be an insane event. What up, Jones? How you doing, man? Rigid jawline, 5 o'clock shadow. Womanly. Hey, Mrs. B had a character that she always used when she played this with me. My wife, we call her Mrs. B. She always had the one. And she used to joke about it. She'd be like, quite a chiseled jaw I have in here. Oh man, I'm excited for new mustaches for my girl on Angler. Please, please do it. That's what I love about Sea of Thieves. A friend of mine I used to stream with, yeah, Zooks, she used to always have the mustache. It was great. I think she still does. Okay, that's all the time we got, my friends. I do have some things that I need to get through right now. We're working on all kinds of stuff. Overwhelming response to the moderation application form for the Hunter Discord. You guys certainly gave me lots to do, let me tell you, as we're working through all that right now. Be patient. And I would say that if you don't get contacted, it's nothing against you personally. Someone might have just had better coverage times. Someone might not have, messed up a simple question. When you get that many applications, you got to go through things quick. And so if there's something like, pronouns, Mr., yeah, that's probably not going to help. So I'm working through all that right now. Don't be surprised if you get a little message in your DMs from me. Don't worry, I'm not being creepy. I'm just chatty. Thank you all for joining me this week, my friends. Make sure to come on back tomorrow. We're going out for a fish. We missed last week for some unforeseen difficulties, but we will be out this week for a good old fish. We'll be heading out to get the king of the catch animal. It's going to be a lot of fun, my friends. Make sure that if you haven't done so already, you've hit the subscribe, you've hit the follow button. You do it with two heads if you gotta. Come and join us in our communities. Discord is going off. The Facebook group is actually crazy. 108,000 members. I think we just rolled across 108K is kind of wild in a game that, man, a humble little game. Much love from all of the EW staff and a special big love from your bearded brother. Catch y'all very soon, my friends. Okay, buttons have been pushed. Dials have been turned. Good luck on your hunts. May your sight aim true. It got really quiet.